You're not going to believe this. So this is from April 26, 2016, this article. Carbon dioxide fertilization greening Earth studies finds. What?
What does that mean? Greenhouse gassing the Earth?
It means that we have more plants now on the Earth because of carbon dioxide. Well, sit back, Kurt. From a quarter to half of the Earth's vegetated lands has shown significant greening over the last 35 years, largely due to rising levels of atmospheric carbon dioxide, according to a new study published in the Journal of Nature Climate Change, April 25, 2016. An international team of 32 authors from 24 institutions in 8 countries, that's a lot of numbers, led the effort, which involved using satellite data from NASA's Moderate Resolution Imaging Spectrometer and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration's Advanced Very High Resolution Radiometer instruments to help determine the leaf area index, or the amount of leaf cover over the planet's vegetated regions. The greening represents an increase in leaves on plants and trees equivalent in area to 2 times the continental United States. So there is more green leaves on the planet now to the terms
2016.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
But wait,
yeah.
There is more plants and green leaves on the planet Earth than there were 35 years ago. How many more? 2 times the size of the United States more green leaves. That's a lot of green leaves.
Why didn't I hear this in I think in 2016, I remember a politician saying, I don't remember which one, saying carbon dioxide is actually good because of something, and they sounded stupid. And were they talking about this NASA article?
Maybe that's what they were talking about. This is from NASA.
In the Journal of Climate Change. What?
Green leaves use energy from sunlight through photosynthesis to chemically combine carbon dioxide drawn in from the air with water and nutrients tapped from the ground to produce sugars, which are the main source of food, fiber, and fuel for life on Earth. However, carbon dioxide fertilization isn't the only cause of increased plant growth. Nitrogen, land cover change, and climate change by way of global temperature, precipitation, and sunlight changes all contribute to the greening effect. To determine an extent of carbon dioxide's contribution, researchers ran the data for carbon dioxide and each of the other variables in isolation through several computer models that mimic the plant growth observed in the satellite data. I'm not crazy about models.
Yeah, I was going to say the same
Not
thing.
crazy about models. You know, their models is why they locked down everybody, and it was all made up. That model was funded by Big Pharma, and that's why we locked down everybody, because of the models that were coming out of a university in England.
Well, so
I'm not crazy about this model stuff, but let's.
Well, let's say it's an oil company trying to have a fake, because I wouldn't put it past them.
Yes.
But this is what NASA is a real climate change is a thing. Place. Yes.
Oh, definitely.
So that means this isn't. I mean,
this isn't trying to debunk. No, this isn't trying to debunk. Yeah. This is just giving you the facts. Results showed that carbon dioxide fertilization explains 70% of the greening effect. The second most important driver is nitrogen at 9%. So that's why they're shutting down all those Dutch farms, because they're saying there's too much nitrogen. Remember?
I know.
So we see what an outsized role CO2 plays in this process. You mean making more plants? Yes, it does. About 85% of Earth's ice-free lands is covered by vegetation. The area covered by all the green leaves on Earth is equal to, on average, 32% of Earth's total surface area, oceans, lands, and permanent ice sheets combined. So the extent of the greening over the past 35 years has the ability to fundamentally change the cycling of water and carbon in the climate system, said the lead author, who did the first half of the study with Minemi as a visiting scholar at Boston University. Every year, about half of the 10 billion tons of carbon emitted into the atmosphere from human activities remains temporarily stored in about equal parts in the ocean and plants. While our study did not address the connection between greening and carbon storage in plants, Other studies have reported an increasing carbon sink on lands since the 1980s, which is entirely consistent with the idea of greening Earth. What does that mean, carbon sink on land? What does that mean?
Where that stores carbon.
Okay. While rising carbon dioxide concentrations in the air can be beneficial for plants, it is also the chief culprit of climate change, says NASA. The gas which traps heat in Earth's atmosphere has been increasing since the industrial age due to the burning of oil, gas, coal, and wood for energy, and is continuing to reach concentrations not seen in the last 500,000 years. There's lots of different data on this. There's
Dinosaurs are coming back, dude. That's what that means.
What is
here first on Jimmy Dore show, and Jimmy endorses what I said.
What is coming back?
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs are coming back.
They're bringing back dinosaurs. I know it sounds like a conspiracy, but it's true.
But
You
it's
heard it here
true.
first.
The impacts of climate change include global warming, rising sea levels, melting glaciers, and sea ice as well. You know, but most of their predictions have yet to come true. You can still get a 30-year mortgage on a beachfront property in Miami. Will you tell me why that is?
I'm sorry. I thought that we were having in a desert because all of the forests being cleared,
I thought all the
clear cut.
But it turns
and
out
we need that forest to get the carbon dioxide
Right,
to
the
not cause a climate change.
That's right.
So I'm just asking, does the more plants not help with that?
It should. You would think, because the plants eat carbon dioxide.
You know what this reads like at the end? It reads like when we, and as we should, acknowledge that the vaccine is safe and effective. That's how that reads.
That's how that reads.
Yeah.
That NASA has to go, of course, carbon dioxide, we don't.
Melting seal, but plants don't help. There's not like a circle. It's just one way benefit to plants. It doesn't go around. I'm saying after COVID, everything's up in the air. After I saw how they lied about Russiagate, COVID, Afghanistan, Libya, Iraq, killing millions of people. Hey, I'll hear out anybody's crazy theory. I'll hear it out now, which I wouldn't have done.
Me too.
Eddie Bravo told me there's no such thing as nuclear weapons, and I heard him out. I heard him out. Didn't know how to respond, but I did hear him out.
I love Eddie Bravo.
Dude, I wish I had a morning show with him on regular radio.
I love that guy. The beneficial impacts of carbon dioxide on plants may also be limited. Really? Studies have shown that plants assimilatize or adjust to rising carbon dioxide concentration, and the fertilization effect diminishes over time.
Like boosters?
You mean
like the safe and effective COVID vaccine? So we keep having to have more plants?
So it's you mean after it makes 2 United States-sized plant fucking things, then it decreases after that? You mean it made 2? That's amazing.
I wasn't aware that was a thing. I wasn't aware that. I thought we were almost a desert everywhere now.
No, turns out there's more plants than ever.
But they're not going to help out with this climate change.
I guess they're not going to help.
They need to change their lifestyle, maybe.
So all you hear is they're clear cutting the Amazon, which is horrible, and I can't believe that. You know, why don't we send our military down there to stop them from clear cutting the Amazon, right?
I think that they're protecting them doing that.
Because if we send that's exactly right. That's exactly right. Because if the military went there, they'd protect them clear cutting it because they work for the corporations.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's probably our company's screwing up.
It's probably our company's doing it anyway. That's right.
Like Donziger had to be on house arrest.
So look at that. Turns out, but it is safe and effective, and carbon dioxide certainly is the enemy.
Wow, so that's weird. I thought plants, because back in the day,
you would think
they said, "Oh, we need those plants for the carbon." Like it turns out they're not as effective.
Hey, so I don't know if you're into this kind of stuff. It's the field of greens. It's so what this is, it's a powder you put in water, you mix it, or you can put it in a smoothie or whatever. They give you a little scooper. You take a scoop of this and you put it in, shake it up, or whatever. You can make a smoothie, whatever you want. But it's real food. So they know the right foods, like the vegetables and fruits, and they somehow turn it into a powder. And then you take it, and it's great. And it's now Misha has actually. I've been taking it. I like the taste of it. Like I've said before, it tastes like a mixture of iced tea, lemonade, and fresh cut grass. I think it tastes great. And I don't know. Do I look better? Do I feel better? But at least I'm getting vitamins by taking this, right? So you get all your vitamins and all your stuff, and it's all organic and it's superfood. It's not like supplements. It's actual superfood. Now, Misha, how good have you been feeling? Talk on the mic.
I swear to Bob, it gave me energy.
It really did, right?
It really did, yeah.
You feel much better, right? Could you show her?
Yes, it was like a not so much like a caffeine energy, but like an aura.
An aura
of energy.
Yeah, you felt it, right?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so no messing around. That comes right from Misha, and she's a mom, so she can't lie. She's not a mom. That's a joke. So if you want, so here's what you do. You go to fieldofgreens.com, use the promo code Jimmy, and that gets you, what does it get you? It gets you 15% off your one-time purchase or 10% off of subscription. So if you like this stuff, this is a good way to support the show, and it's good. It's healthy. So thank you very much for doing that. Go to fieldofgreens.com, use promo code Jimmy. Hey, come see us live on tour. We'll be in Bakersfield, Baltimore, San Francisco, Huntington Beach, Rosemont, and Chicago, Las Vegas, Salt Lake City, New York City, Pottstown, Pennsylvania, Stamford, Connecticut, and more. Hey, go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.